Bios3 Raw TV. We're here today at the 2015 Jay Cutler Baltimore Classic in Baltimore, Maryland with four-time Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler. Jay, again, every couple of months I run into you. We got something else to talk about. No more candy corn videos for a little while, all right?
You know what? I still have. You sent me that candy corn. You know, it's funny because Jerry, he always kind of plays these little tricks on me. So he didn't tell me, and all of a sudden something showed up at my house. And it was like a bag of candy corn and Boston baked beans. Because I told him for 2001 Olympia, he asked me like what crazy carb sources when I would eat 1,000 or 1,200 carbs a day, what I would eat. And I told him candy corn and Boston baked beans around the training, and he found it like unbelievable. And obviously the rest of the bodybuilding community that follows the Bios3 website, YouTube channel, they think that it's crazy too that Jay Cutler basically should have won the 2001 Olympia eating candy corn and Boston baked beans.
So then I saw him at the Olympia and I brought him another thing. Every time it's a thing of candy corn. And I put, when I mailed it to him, I said, the Mr. O secret stack. I put the note in it and said, now another thing, you know, people talking about the diet thing, they were shocked when we were talking about the diet thing, but now, a big thing nowadays is people talk about overtraining. Now, what is your take on overtraining? Because you used to train twice a day, and I remember trying your splits back in the day, and like, I couldn't handle that. So, what do you think about overtraining? And B, do you think that you naturally have a recovery ability that's different from the average person?
I think I did. I think, you know, I was very dedicated to the diet. I was very regulated in my sleep patterns. I mean, I was a guy when I was very structured. When you started to see the rise of Jay Cutler after 2000, like 2001, 2, 3, I would go to bed at 9 at night. I'd wake up at 6 in the morning. I was going to therapy every week like clockwork. I was training like a maniac, just like really doing everything I possibly could to be on schedule and be in the gym. I was in the gym 7:30 in the morning, and then I would train again at 4 in the afternoon. I try to give myself 5 hours in between. But the main thing that I think people need to realize is the body works on certain cycles. So you can't go full capacity all year round. And when you saw me training twice a day, it wasn't a year-round thing. It was mainly for competitions. I was just trying to burn more calories. And anyone that's watching this, anytime you hit your metabolism multiple times a day is going to be more beneficial for getting lean. So in 2001, when I was eating all those crazy things, in 2002 when I won the Arnold, 2003, I did barely any cardiovascular training because I would train twice a day, and I would train with the high volume that I do, and I would eat, properly. Obviously, around the training, I would have like the quick carbs, but I was training, and sustaining that pump when you're in the gym is much better than trying to burn calories on a treadmill. For your body to sustain that pump, it takes a lot more calories, and people don't realize that. Guys, the pump is going to burn a ton of calories. For your body to maintain that crazy pump, it takes a lot of calories. So,
I never really thought about
that. So anyone that thinks, okay, you're going to do 2 hours of cardio a day to get ripped, listen, you can get ripped with the training. I would diet for 16 to 20 weeks out, so I could allow myself to eat more carbohydrates, have cycle days where I would cycle, some days eat 1,000, and I would deplete down to 400 grams of carbs, which the most society seems like it's a crazy amount, but when you're eating 1,000 and you go down to 400, and you're almost 300 pounds, your body is like, holy, it's in starvation mode. So I had big swings in my diet regimen. So I'd go like low day 400, my median day would be like 650, and then my high days would be 1,000. So that's how I did, a lot of my cycling, and I kept the protein always low through my career. You hear about these crazy amounts of protein these guys eat. I mean, for me, if I weigh 300, I ate 300 grams a day. I remember Chris Aceto would have me on these diets, and I would only eat like 8 ounces of meat or whatever, and honestly, he usually had protein powder a lot of the time. A lot of those shows I looked my absolute best, I was having shake, like protein powder 3 times out of 6 meals.
I point that out a lot in my videos. I tell them, I say, look, Jay Cutler was 300 pounds, eating 275 grams of protein. There's no way you were 150 pounds and eating 250 grams
I think guys overeat, and we talk about the distended guts, and I know that was a topic for this past year, but the guys with the stomachs, listen man, it's overeating. It's not the drugs and everything else that people think. Listen, bodybuilders all take the same shit, okay? It's like, it's true. No one's like, oh, if this guy's taking more than this guy. Listen, it's the food, man. These guys eat way too much food.
Now back then, after you would eat those meals, like 1,000 grams of carbohydrates a day, would you get it this thing?
Not at all.
Flat, like,
Not at all.
I always think something was flat all the time, like year-round, flat, absent all the time.
I never had. I mean, when I ate 300, obviously ate 300 grams of carbs, like in one sitting, which I did. Like, you know, we talk about. I mean, anyone can sit and eat a bag of Boston baked beans and eat 300 carbs. You know what I'm saying? But I would have like honey on top of the rice. I would eat like 100 grams of carbs of rice. I have honey on there. I'd have to, you know, some of the candy corn. I would drink like a Carbo Force or whatever, like a carb drink with the protein. I would mix it in a bowl, and I'd have like 2 scoops of protein. It was like 40 grams of protein. When you eat that many carbs, you don't need to, you know, have that much protein.
So do you think like a lot of the foods guys are eating nowadays, they're eating a lot of high fattier foods that just don't digest as well?
I think they're eating a lot of more meats, which I don't think is really necessary. You know, when you start eating all those meats, it's, you know, your body's going to get backed up.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, you know, they're not training the midsection like they should. I was training my abs all the time. But I think when you eat more carbohydrates and less protein, it goes through your gut more. So you don't get that distended gut.
So basically, it keeps your metabolism boosted at the same time. Your body digests it faster, it gets through your system faster.
Yes.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for taking the time again, man. It's a pleasure always to see you, man. We'll see you. Oh, I'm not gonna see you till LA Fit Expo now. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Eat your leftover candy corn or send it to Jay.
Listen, don't wait until the New Year to start your New Year's resolutions. Start them now, okay? So when you guys see this video, you know, I'm still in the gym training at least 4 days a week. I'm not over the hill yet. Don't think come back yet. If I do, I'll consult with Jerry, make sure that I'm on track with all those extra carbohydrate sources. So until the next time, guys, stay tuned, okay? Because I will be back on again.
I'm Bios3 and I approve this message at workout.